Let's see what we got going on here. In a bit. Alright, we got power. Let's go check inside. Oh, man. Looks normal there. Hey guys, I went inside and I put the Vision Pro 8000 on test mode, and we're running. So I'm gonna go put it back in its regular mode, let its delay go through its thing, and see if we kick on. The only thing it could be was the damn thermostat, so I had to pull the one I sold her off, and she put her old Vision Pro 8000 back on, and now it's looking like it's failed. So yeah, we're going to probably put a Focus Pro on there. Ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. Alright guys, she was running no problem in test mode, so we're just going to wait for her to shut off. And now our thermostat's in wait mode on a regular call for cooling. So be back in about 5 minutes or so. Alright guys, I'm pulling off this first call. I didn't get much more footage for you, so let me explain to you what I found. All you would have gotten from me is a bunch of cussing and bitching, so it wasn't worth your time or my time to make a video. So nothing wrong with the thermostat. The system's kicking on, but the problem is I got a leak somewhere, and all I have are my brace joints at the coil and my brace joints at the heat pump, and I'm not getting. I didn't see any oil. I mean, when I pressurize these things, you know, I pump them up 300-400 pounds, and let's forget about that. The bottom line is there's no oil anywhere. I checked all my locking caps. There's no oil there. So I'm gonna do. I went ahead and topped her off. Got her back going so her family can get cooled off. And when I have more time, I'm going to put it on the schedule. I'm going to come back. I'm going to recover the refrigerant. I'm going to pump it up with nitro. And man, if I have a leak in the coil or a leak in the heat pump, I am not going to be a happy man. That's why I was doing a lot of the cussing. But anyway, that's the story on that one. Let's head off. I'm heading back to this other job. This is that recent Coleman I finished. The condensate pump, or that secondary tripped again. So I'll see you out there. This time I'm actually going to take that secondary out of the loop. I can't deal. So I will see you out there. All right, let's see here. Set to 68, cool is on. And of course we got nothing coming out of the vents. So we're gonna go back down in that crawl space, and I'm sure that secondary tripped again. Those are such junk. All right, this is gonna be the last time I come back here till I come back to rehook up my temp return here and finish up wrapping some stuff. That's my own fault. I should have bypassed it when I was here last time. Let's see what we got going on here. Look at that pump. Pump isn't pumping. Why am I having to shake that stupid thing for it to run? Why am I having to shake that stupid thing for it to run? That is really stupid. She's sitting level. I am going to bypass my secondary right there that's got his fucking light on. And then I'm going to go get something and fill this thing up with water. Maybe it's just that stupid thing failing. Maybe my pump's doing what it's supposed to do. Tube's full of water, so let's kick the breaker off. Okay. Let's flip this around so you guys can see. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to wire nuts. I'm just going to cut this thing and wire nut these together. Strip these back. There we go. Okay, that eliminates that guy as a problem for now. Let's put this back on. And so now that we got our secondary bypassed here with the wire nut, I'm going to go get some water and pour it in the pump. Oh, and yes, our air handler just kicked on. So, but I want to make sure this pump's doing what it's supposed to do. So, all right, got my vitamin water full of water here. Oh, don't tell me it's not enough water. Oh. All right, gotta make one more trip up top. All right, bottle number 2 going down the chute. She's pumping. Okay, so it's those stupid switches. So I've had about 3 or 4 of those stupid SOS, Diversitech SOS. Don't buy them. Put the SS2s in. So when I come back to finish up the rest of my work, I'll put the SS2 in, or I might just put a plug in that, because you don't really, it's not required. I got my pump here, my primary. If the secondary comes out the pan internally, I got a wet switch in this pan. But you know me, I like to overdo my safeties. So whatever. All right, we're out of here. I'm glad I have that wire nutted off now and not in the loop. What a joke, huh? Since I'm down here, let's take one more look at my sexy duct system here. All done by yours truly. 100% sealed with mastic underneath all that bubble wrap, guys. Oh yeah. And the R8 bubble wrap is just fine in here. We have perimeter foundation insulation too. This system's got to work awesome. I'm getting no heat loss out of this duct. Look at the floor insulation too. Awesome job down here. I want more like this. All right, let's move on to our next call. All right, guys, I'm going to get my line height on this line set. This is the AC I did on last Saturday. Let's get it on there. All right, I got my clamp on the electrical here, got all my line height on, looking pretty good. I think I'm going to head inside now. All right, guys, here on the inside, so I got my wire nuts, my thermostat wire. I'm hooking up my first A2L leak sensor here, so wish me luck. I did make myself a little cheat sheet based on the information that I know how to wire it. And let's hope I don't pop any fuses, but pretty sure. The only one I'm not sure about is piggybacking this black wire onto your heat connector on your board, the heat tap. I always thought that was 120 volts, so we'll have to see. I'll have to check and make sure, because it wants you to piggyback it on the board. Maybe it is a 24 volt control. But other than that, it should be pretty easy to do, so let's do it. All right, guys, I'm old school and I like to keep things really simple. So I was searching before I did this project, and there's only really one video on YouTube on how to wire these, and the guy is really vague on there. This is how to wire the Rheem A2L leak sensors for the refrigerant, the mitigation sensor, I guess is what you want to call it. So on the evaporator coils of the Rheems, there's a pigtail of wires coming out, low voltage wires, and I'll keep it real simple and real brief. So there's a yellow and black wire. It goes to Y on your furnace or your air handler. You have a black wire. That just piggybacks, and it actually gives you a wire and a double spade in your little bag of goodies that come with the coil to do this. It just piggybacks to the heat tap on your board, and I believe it was the correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was the red wire, but whichever one's going to the heat tap for the fan speeds, and they're all 24 volts. What I was doing was I was just confirming that, because I'm not real familiar. I assumed it was, or they wouldn't tell you to do that. And I'm assuming all this does is just make sure that the heat cannot come on if that mitigation sensor senses refrigerant. And then so basically, yeah, you're gonna break yellow to the thermostat, and then it's going to go to your furnace. That's just going to break it, so it'll kick your cooling off, I believe, whenever it senses. But yeah, so the yellow wire that's coming off that little harness off the coil is going to your thermostat. Yellow and black will go to Y on the furnace, so it's just breaking that from your thermostat to the furnace, going through the sensor first, and then just your power of the sensor, your brown wire goes straight to the furnace, your C on the furnace. Red goes straight to the R on your furnace. This is if you got a communicating system, orange and black and orange. I didn't even look into that. If you're doing a communicating system, I think good luck. I don't like the Rheem communicating stuff. I'll never do the EcoNet, so I don't know what to tell you on that. But this is if a conventional system with a conventional 24 volt thermostat, this is how you want to do it. Snap a picture. All right, guys, not much audio on this. I got the mitigation system all tied in. Got my line set all cleaned up, looking good. And now I'm going to add this heat run here. Boom, 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 up to there. Because the kid's got his desk there. So, I mean, I'll try. Maybe I can put it underneath his desk there. We'll see. No, that's not a desk. That's a dresser. So, yeah, we're going to put it, probably put it high up there. Which means I got to go get another ladder. Oh boy. All right, guys, there's our grill up there, 6 inches off the lid. That's how I like to put them, high wall. And then so far, I'm kind of lax with the videos today. You can see I got my first piece in there. I'm going to get a strap on that and I'll just continue on. Boom, boom, boom. all the way into our base can there. All right, guys, I got my next piece on there with the elbow. There's my takeoff, and then I purposely made the hole kind of small in there because this one's going to get plenty of air. So let's keep going. All right, guys, there you have it. Left that uninsulated because I figure he's going to insulate that cavity anyway and plywood this. So that's what all this plywood is for. Put all this plywood back for him. Looking good. I'm out of here.